All right, welcome back everybody. That first video walked us through how to calculate unearned interest using the actuarial method. This method is supposed to be a shortcut and it helps us just estimate what the unearned interest will be. We need to know a couple of things for our formula. First, the formula for unearned interest using the rule of 78, so you have to read the directions carefully and use the proper rule, is K, which is the remaining scheduled payments, times K plus 1, all over N times N plus 1, where N is the number of payments originally scheduled, times the finance charge, something that we can calculate using some formulas here. Now, we couldn't have used the rule of 78 here because we didn't know how long the original loan was. We don't know the N. So when we don't know the number of months that this original loan was, we will never be able to find the original finance charge. So sometimes the shortcut doesn't always work, okay? Depending upon what values they give us. So the finance charge N is the number of payments originally scheduled. And then K, the remaining number of scheduled payments after you pay off the one for that month. So this is remaining scheduled payments. Let's walk through a sample problem and see if we can figure out these formulas here. It says, using the rule of 78, find the unearned interest and the payoff amount for a loan of $16,730 that was paid off early. The regular monthly payment was $539.72. There were 36 payments scheduled, and we're halfway through, and how much would it be to pay off the rest of this $16,000 car? Take inventory of the variables that you have, the remaining scheduled payments, the original number of scheduled payments. Let's calculate the finance charge, and then we'll have all the missing ingredients that we need to use our formula. Again, some say that the computations of this method are easier. It's kind of a shortcut way to get an estimate of how much is left. The finance charge is, we take the number of monthly payments that we had times the R value, which is what your monthly payments are. So originally there were 36 payments of $539. That's how much the borrower is going to have to spend over the lifetime of this loan if it goes all the way to maturity. Then we subtract from it the original payment for this car was $16,730. So whatever the difference between these two values is the amount of interest that I would have to pay since I borrowed money. And that's what we call the finance charge. So when you subtract those things, you would pay $2,699.92. That is if this loan goes to maturity. But we're going to pay it off halfway through the life of this loan. How much of that finance charge am I going to save? That's our job. So to get the unearned interest, the interest that I'm not going to have to pay we use this formula up here. So K plus 1, the number of original months plus 1, times this finance charge. So it's a fraction of this finance charge that I don't have to pay. And that's what we call unearned interest. Stick that in your calculator and get a savings of $693.22. So of this $2,600, I don't have to pay this much of it because I'm paying it off early. Does that make sense? So the payoff. We had 18 remaining payments plus the payment that I was scheduled to do at the end of the month, or the current payment. So 18 plus 1 is, we're just using this formula right up here, times the regular monthly payment of minus the interest that I save. So if I walked into the bank and wanted to pay off my car at this moment in time, this is how much I would have to write a check for. $9,561.46. Again, maybe you got a bonus at work, maybe you won the lottery, maybe a sad situation occurred where you had an inheritance and you could use part of your inheritance money to pay off for your car. And then over the life of the loan, you would save nearly $700. I hope this makes sense, everybody. Talk to you soon.